Hello and welcome to my video, welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to be showing you doing my kitchen. Now this was filmed just before Christmas, so that'll be why I've got Christmas decorations up. Also, I do apologise for the orientation of the camera. I did this as a TikTok kind of series and then decided I was going to do it all together in a longer form video for YouTube. So yes, I apologise about that. I need to get myself another camera really to film for YouTube. So we're going to start off with the top of the cupboards. I don't know about you, but the top of the cupboards is always where I forget because it's just out of sight, out of mind, and then it gets to a point where it's absolutely filthy, as you can see. So I actually did about 12 hours of cleaning in one day. So obviously I haven't put all of that inside this video. I have cut things out and some things I just didn't record because quite frankly, I didn't want to do the kind of whole same do different day, or same do same day in this case. You'll also have to excuse my voice today. It might be on and off a little bit. I am getting over a horrible cold. Obviously everyone's gone back to school, back to work, and yeah, it's affecting me. Everyone's kind of caught that bug that goes around at the beginning of the year. As you will have seen at the beginning of the video, I had this massive long to-do list. It was insane. I was trying to get everything tidy just before Christmas, and I really should have waited to put my decorations up. But that's just not me. I was excited for Christmas. So what we're doing now is we are getting this electric cupboard cleaned, and it was filthy on the front. It wasn't too bad inside, but it did need a little bit of organising because I just kind of shove all my cookbooks and cat food in there. So yeah, it was needing a good wipe down, bit of a disinfectant, and I'm using at the moment Power Force, kind of just the Aldi disinfectant lemon scent. As you can see, I start off doing before and afters. That quickly goes out the window. There was just so much to get through, and I knew that time was limited. So then we ended up having some dinner and stuff as well, and I just kind of thought, you know what, I'm not ever going to get this done in the same day if I carry on doing before and afters. So that kind of stops partway through the video, and I do apologise for that. I'm hoping that once I get into the swing of things, because it's been a while since I've been recording this kind of stuff, so I need to get back into the swing of things, and I'm hoping that I can do that a little bit more often for you and kind of use my time wisely. We used to have a magnetic knife holder here, which ended up falling off the wall. So I never put it back up. I thought, sharp knives, don't want them falling off the wall with kids and cats and stuff. But it left this kind of sticky, the like sticky pads that come on the back of it, left them on there. Could not get them off. I tried my best here. I've actually got a product now that might be able to help me. It's like just a HG sticker remover, so I'm going to go over it again and see if I can get it off, but in the meantime it's just been sitting there. Inside the cupboards is a massive thing that I cut out a lot of. So you'll see me doing the front, you see me doing inside this cupboard and the one next to it, and you also see me doing inside the cleaning cupboard. But there was just so much time taken up by taking everything out, cleaning inside, putting everything back, and I thought it's just going to get boring if you've got the same kind of content throughout the whole video. Since filming this video, I have actually reorganised my kitchen quite a bit. There are still some places that are the same. So for example, my cleaning cupboard is still in the same spot, but here is now where I've put all my teas, coffees, hot chocolates, that kind of thing, the biscuits, because I hated having them on my side, and I was hoping to have them kind of displayed in a nice way on some shelves, or kind of make a tea and coffee hot drink station. That never happened, and it probably won't happen for a long time, and if it did, then I'd probably end up getting annoyed anyway, because they'd still be cluttering up my sides. So yeah, I've kind of put them into the cupboard, kind of moved everything around a little bit, so what you're seeing here isn't actually what it looks like anymore. And I should probably do another video at some point where I can show you guys a little bit more of organisation in my kitchen. So while we're on the cleaning cupboard, I actually did throw, I threw quite a lot of empty bottles, but I also got rid of quite a few of the products that I didn't use. There was an insane amount in there. It was also cluttered. I mean, it doesn't look a huge lot better. It's still got a lot of stuff in there, but trust me, it's a lot better than it was, because it was like right back and all over the place. But I'll just go through what products I used in the kitchen. So it was the Aldi Disinfectant, the lemon scented one. I used some bleach. I used the HG glass and mirror cleaner. I also used WPro, I think it is. It's a Whirlpool brand oven cleaner, because honestly it is one of the best I've found. just spray it on, leave it for 5 minutes, and it literally wipes off some of the grimiest stuff I've ever seen. It's insane. And I think that was it. Obviously I used microfiber cloths. I think that was pretty much it. But kitchen roll for the windows. So with the glass cleaner, I just spray the glass cleaner on and then use kitchen roll to do that. Now this behind here was, honestly, it was filth. Another place like the top of the cupboards that I forget all the time. Now the problem is some of the appliances I struggle to actually move out. But our cat, well, one of our cats, Alice, she absolutely adores when you make crisp packets into triangles, but then she'll lose them underneath the the appliances and look at you like you're the one that needs to retrieve them. Except again, it's difficult to move the appliances out, so you just end up, give her another one when you have a next packet of crisps. It's honestly, it needs to stop. But those little eyes saying like, please can I have it, because she won't wait for the food. She won't be begging for the crisps in the packet. Like the other ones will sit there and expect, like they'll sit next to you and want the crisps. Alice isn't fussed by the crisps. She just wants the packet, and I just feel like simple pleasures, This condenser bit that I'm actually taking out of the dryer right now, I don't quite know what was wrong with it, but we ended up getting a new one from the company because my dryer wasn't drying properly. So I would ordinarily have cleaned it and kind of put it back in, but I figured I might as well just get the new one, stick that in, and let that do its job. And my dryer, thankfully, is working quite well now, although touch wood, because I know what happens. This dryer breaks down all the time. I never in a million years thought I'd be able to say I was quite so intimate with a dryer. I have taken that thing apart and fixed it so many times. Now onto the fridge. This is another one that I didn't film all of, but I did do the doors, take all the kind of shelves out of the doors and give it a good scrub. Same with the drawers at the bottom. But honestly, there was just so much kind of to do. Don't worry, you're not going crazy either. The beeping that you hear throughout this section is my fridge telling me that the doors are open. And yes, it does my head in too. There you go, that's another product that I used that I completely forgotten about, was the Oust descaler for the kettle. It's really simple. You just pop it in a boiled kettle for about 10 minutes and then you kind of rinse and boil for a few times and the kettle's done. I'm sure there's probably other stuff that I've forgotten, but I'll mention it if I spot it as I'm doing this voiceover. Does anyone else hate cleaning their air fryer? I really, honestly, I despise it. Every time it's used, it's clean, but the non-stick stuff at the bottom has like come off, so it's a right pain to clean. But it is what it is. I want to get a new one if I can. You know, the one of the double air fryers that have like the two sides in. I think I might get some liners for it, because when I first had this air fryer, I had it as a gift. And yeah, I didn't even think about air fryer liners, but yeah, on my to-do list is to get a new air fryer. I also need to come up with a good angle for showing you cleaning my oven properly, because I didn't even think about it when I was filming. But now watching it back, I'm like, this wasn't great to show you kind of what was happening inside. So I'll have a play with that. Now these lights, honestly, again, it's forgotten about, but also awkward to get to. I have to stand on a chair, as you can see. Now that is a mixture of dust from the air cap there that's floated around, and obviously the grease that you get in a kitchen. And I took this opportunity while I was doing a proper deep clean of the kitchen to pay them some attention. Another forgotten thing is the bottles. So we aren't massive drinkers, which is why there's still lots of bottles there. But for example, the smaller bottles, you can see we went to Scotland a couple of years ago, and they were the Scottish whiskies. We've got some Prosecco that we got given on our wedding day that's now like, well, 10 years old. But yeah, it's not that we're massive drinkers, which is why they get forgotten all the time. So I filmed this bit after dinner. I figured there was absolutely no point doing the dishes before dinner, then having more dishes to do and having kind of dishes around for the after shots, because that just seemed like a daft idea, if I'm honest. So on this one, I actually think I could do with some advice. Behind the kind of like the hob bit, obviously we've got the tile splashback, and the grout on there is kind of going a little bit grimy, despite wiping it down, despite cleaning it. So I did get some grout pens, and you'll see in a minute, they don't seem to make much of a difference. They do a little bit, but I'm just trying to wonder how to get that grout looking nice and white again. So if you have any suggestions, please pop them down in the comments, because I'm fed up with it looking a little bit dingy. So the reason why I spray onto the cloth rather than onto the socket should be self-explanatory, but just in case, it's because electrics and moisture don't mix. It was starting to get really quite late at this point, and I was starting to get so tired, but I knew that the finish line was in sight. So I apologise for camera angles or kind of lack of professionalism here. It was definitely one of those where I was ready for bed. There's something just so satisfying about a clean sink. Now, my son is 12. He normally does the dishes, but he always forgets to clean the sink afterwards of any kind of grime that's in there. So it's always such a delight for me to just have a sparkling sink at the end of the day. The kickboards are also somewhere that I forget quite regularly. Again, it's another outside type of mind. It's kind of not at eye level, but I had spilt some, well, I say I had spilt, the cats had knocked over some coffee, so the coffee granules had gone everywhere, and then obviously the clean up afterwards was a bit of a nightmare, but it was about time to get that cleaned off there. And that's the end of this video. So I hope you enjoyed. Give it a like, a comment. If you can subscribe, it'd be great. And I will see you in the next one.